Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What the hell was that game? What the hell? Are you kidding me, Phillies? This team doesn't die. This team just physically doesn't die. They go down 5-0. Aaron Nola struggling to start this game. Kyle Tucker hits 2 bombs. You are down 5-0. And then you fight back against Justin Verlander through 3 innings where you did not have a hit. 3 innings. Nick Castellanos with 2 outs. Alec Bohm with 2 outs. Then JT Realmuto, the savior of the damn game. He has 3 RBIs. He had a 2-run double to tie this ball game up in the 5th inning. And then he goes opposite field, solo shot in the 10th after Nick Castellanos saves the game in the bottom of the 9th inning to send it to extra innings with an amazing diving catch on Pena. If that ball gets down, the Astros probably win the game. But they didn't. It gets sent to extras. JT works out a bat against Garcia, and he sends it the other way, just over the wall, over the hand of Tucker, and into the stands. And then David Robertson wants to give us a heart attack in the 9th inning. He does. Thank you, Diaz, for leaning into that pitch. Yeah, you leaned into it, and then swinging at that 3-0 pitch, and then grounding out the Sosa. That really helps. That was a terrible at bat by Diaz. That was when you have 2nd and 3rd after David Robertson's losing command of the curveball, where he's throwing it past JT, gets 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. My heart. But you got to give so much credit to this Phillies bullpen. Everyone in this Phillies bullpen shut down the Astros. After Aaron Nola, he struggled to start, settled in a little bit, and then David Robertson, he was playing the chess match, and he played it to perfection in this game. He was managing fantastically in this game. Jose Alvarado, Zack Eflin, Ranger Suarez, Seranthony Dominguez for an inning and a half, and then you get David Robertson in the 9th inning. You know what makes this even sweeter? You got Zack Wheeler tomorrow. Tomorrow night. It's a good chance if he goes out there and dominates, he saves a lot of your bullpen arms. And also, with some of those bullpen arms being used today, Jose Alvarado didn't pitch that many pitches. He had like 7-8 pitches. He'll be available. Who else? Seranthony Dominguez, I would assume he's going to have to be available. Ranger Suarez, they might not use him tomorrow just because he's supposed to pitch game 3. David Robertson throws 25 pitches. So at this point, we really shouldn't be talking about players not being available. It's the World Series. You got to be available every single day for your team. You got to do it. But my God, what a win. What a win. Up 1-0 in the World Series after being down 5-0. Literally, this team does not die. This team does not give up. They continue to fight. They go through all of this adversity. All of the adversity. No one believing them going into the playoffs. Going down 2-0 to the Cardinals in the 9th inning. And they win that game. No one believed in them in the Braves series. They smacked the Braves' asses. No one believed in them in the Padres series. They go to the World Series. And no one was giving them the benefit of the doubt entering tonight's game. And the Phillies, it wasn't looking pretty there going down 5-0. They were probably proving the people right there. But they fought back. They fought back and stole this game to get the Astros their first loss of this postseason and first loss basically in over a month. And who knows, the last time the Astros lost was to the Phillies. And the Phillies did their job. They basically did what we asked of them again. You got to win one of these 2 games in Houston to set up home field advantage. And you did it. And now you set yourself up for a great chance tomorrow to go up 2-0 with Zack Wheeler on the bump. It's going to be a tough task once again with Valdez on the mound. But with the way this team battles, I am confident in them. We got to see what happens tomorrow. It's a fantastic opportunity to go up 2-0. Now, Aaron Nola, definitely his past 2 starts have not been good. They have not been good. Today, he was... Last game, really, against the Padres, it was the fastball command. This game was the off-speed command. He did not have any of his off-speed pitches in this game. Hang a changeup to Tucker. First home run goes over the stands. And then some poor pitch location to Tucker once again for a 3-run bomb. Tucker was the lone source of offense for the game for the Astros. So he was the only one doing anything. He had 2 home runs in this game, 4 RBIs. Also, Maldonado did get an RBI as well, but mainly Tucker was the lone source of runs in this game for Houston. But you settled down. You buckled up. You didn't break. You fought back. You fought back. And that's the most important thing. 4 for 10 runners in scoring position. The guys in the top of the lineup do it once again. Mainly looking at JT Realmuto doing a lot of the work. Alec Boehm also gets 2 RBIs in this game. A really good game by him. A couple of good defensive plays as well in this ball game. But man, the freaking roller coaster this game was. My God. We're up 1-0. How are we up 1-0? How are we up 1-0? That's the real question here. How the hell are we up 1-0? How does this keep happening? I'm not going to question it anymore. Just let it happen. We're up 1-0 in the World Series, boys. We're up 1-0. They did the job. They did the goal we asked of them. Win one of these 2 games in Houston. They won game 1. Coming back down from 5-0. How did the Astros handle this going into tomorrow? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. They're going to be hungry tomorrow. It's going to be up to Zack to shut them down. And I'm sure he's going to be... I'm sure he's going to be pumped. To do it again. Well, he hasn't paced the Astros this year, but still, you know what I mean. Oh. Oh my God. Up 1-0. Up 1-0. Up 1-0. Like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me at this point? Sitting here, giving me heart attacks, David Robertson. He got the job done. He definitely did. That's the most important thing. But my God. We're up 1-0, man. We're up 1-0. We're up 1-0. So basically, let's just go through this game. Beginning of the game for the Phillies offense, quiet. Justin Verlander dealing. They're having a lot of trouble with that high fastball. They weren't able to touch him for the first 3. Go bottom 2. Kyle Tucker leads off with a home run. Aaron Nola hangs the changeup right down the middle of the plate. Tucker crushes it. And then he allows a couple of singles. And then Maldonado on an infield single. Run scores. Makes it a 2-0 ball game. Bottom of the 3rd inning. After a double by Pena and a walk to Bregman, Tucker goes deep again on a 2-strike count. Full count, actually. Becomes a 5-0 Phillies lead. And the feeling at that point wasn't good. Aaron Nola wasn't good. The offense was struggling against Verlander. But they respond in the top of the 4th. Hoskins gets the first hit of the game. Harper with a 2-out hit. Should have scored Hoskins, and Harper honestly couldn't have believed it at that point. He was like, "Oh, Rhys, what are you doing there, man?" But then Nick Castellanos literally just reaching out. 1-2 count, reaching out for a ball down in the dirt. Somehow gets it by the infield, into the outfield, run scores. Makes it a 5-1 game, gets the Phillies on the board. And then Alec Boehm, first pitch hacking. Doubles down the left field line, scores 2 runs. 5-3 ball game. You're back in the game. Back in the game. It's a brand new ball game. You got the Verlander. And then a huge inning by Aaron Nola. 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 4th. And what did the Phillies do in the top of the 5th? Brandon Marsh leadoff double down the left field line. Schwarber walks. JT Realmuto crushes a ball to left field, goes off the wall of the bullpen, scores 2 runs. You see freaking Schwarber running all around the bases. Schwarber's the fastest man alive, by the way. He had a couple of stolen bases as well. Schwarber, goddamn, the fastest man alive. Fastest man. Faster than Usain Bolt. Game tied 5-5. Aaron Nola goes out for the 5th, gets Pena to strike out, then Rob Thompson decides to play some chess. Brings in Jose Alvarado, gets the next 2 guys, Alvarez and Bregman, out. Top of the 5th, top of the 6th for the Phillies. Bullpen for the Astros. The Phillies go down 1-2-3. Alvarado comes in for the first batter of the 6th, gets Tucker to fly out. Zack Eflin, after Gurriel reaches it on an infield single. A couple of outs there. Foul out and a ground out. Eflin gets out of that situation. Phillies in the top of the 7th. They have a chance. Abreu's still out there on the mound. Schwarber reaches it on an infield single. Steals second, by the way. JT walks. Bryce walks. And then they bring in Hector Neris against Nick Castellanos. And bases loaded, 2 outs. And this entire at-bat, Hector Neris did not throw a single strike. Literally, he did not throw 1 pitch in the zone. And Nick Castellanos strikes out. Not 1 single pitch in the zone. 2 pitches inside, a sinker down and away, splitter down, and then another splitter on the outside part of the plate gets Nick Castellanos chasing. All Nick Castellanos had to do, was not swinging that entire at bat, and you would have had the lead. But Nick Castellanos does what Nick Castellanos does. Go to the bottom of the 7th. Zack gets the first 2 outs. Ranger Schwarber comes in to retire Alvarez. He does that by striking him out on a full count. Huge stuff right there by Ranger. Top of the 8th, Phillies go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the 8th, Ranger Schwarber gets Bregman the ground out, and a great play by Ranger. Tucker then singles, decides to go to Sir Anthony. Grounds out to Gurriel, grounds out to Bohm, makes a nice play to get the force out, and then he strikes out Trey Mancini on 3 pitches. Top of the 9th for the Phillies against Presley. 1-2-3. Marsh, Schwarber, Hoskins. Bottom of the 9th, Sir Anthony out there on the mound. McCormick strikes out. Vasquez strikes out, so 2 outs there to now. Altuve gets a single. It was a blooper. Not sure why the Marsh was playing so deep out there in center field. Thankfully for that situation, he wasn't running out to play, so it's a single. But then he steals second on the first pitch to Pena. It was a very close play. Ball hits Altuve, then it goes right into the glove, but it was so close I could understand why you don't overturn that play. And then Pena flies out. Ends the inning off there. And the freaking amazing catch. I'm saying he just flies out. No, he flies out. The Nick Castellanos, who makes an amazing sliding catch a la the Game 1 in Atlanta. Makes an amazing diving catch, and he does the same freaking, angel on the floor after he makes the great catch. Nick Castellanos, he can't hit, but he makes these amazing defensive plays, apparently. For somehow. So we go to the extra innings. Still tied. Garcia out there on the mound for the Astros, and the dude is dancing like a fool out there on the mound. Worse than Mike Clevenger, honestly. Dancing, goes 1-2 to JT, but then JT works a full count. JT gets an outside fastball, sends it the other way, goes over the wall, solo shot, go ahead solo shot, 6-5 Phillies. Phillies do have a chance to tack on more. Harper gets a single. Castellanos grounds onto a fielder's choice. Bohm moves over to Castellanos the second. Stott walks when the Astros go back to the bullpen. And then Gene Segura lines out. So we got to go to the bottom of the 10th. Up by 1. David Robertson coming back on the mound. Gets Alvarez to strike out. Huge strikeout there. Then Bregman doubles on a pitch. I have no idea how he drove it that far. Kyle Schwarber made a nice play to try to get to the wall, but it was just too high for his glove. And then Bregman gets a double out of that. Gets a huge strikeout of Kyle Tucker. So Alvarez and Tucker, probably the guys you were afraid of the most in that inning. He gets both of them striking out on curveballs. So good stuff there by Robertson. But then Gurriel, you could kind of tell he was pitching around him. Didn't want Gurriel to fight off the entire at-bat. So he walks him on 5 pitches. Then, wild pitch during the Diaz at-bat. He was a pinch hitting for Trey Mancini. So wild pitch moves the runners over the second and third. Heart's racing a little bit here. Because we go, oh, God, please don't do this. Please don't do this now. 3 straight balls. 3-0 count. Third ball, Diaz leaned into the pitch. So umpire saw that right away. Called him back to home plate. I'm not sure why they don't call that an automatic strike. Leaning into the pitch should be granted an automatic strike. You should be punishing the batter. But then the next pitch was a slider down. Diaz was swinging out of his shoes. Way over swinging it, swings and misses, 3-1 count, and then he grounds out to Sosa, who was replacing Bohm at third base for defensive purposes, and game over. Phillies up 1-0 in the World Series. Can't imagine I'm saying that now. I just can't. I can't fathom it. I just can't. But we are. We're up 1-0 in the World Series. Think about that, boys. Looking at the lineup today. Kyle Schwarber 1 for 4 with a walk. Rhys Hoskins 1 for 5. JT Realmuto, amazing game. 2 for 4, 3 RBIs with the solo shot and a 2-run double. Bryce Harper 2 for 4, where he continues to hit. Nick Castellanos 1 for 5 with an RBI. Alec Bohm 1 for 5 with 2 runs. Bryson Stott 0 for 3, 2 walks though. Put some amazing bats up today. Gene Segura 0 for 5. I thought he had a terrible day at the plate. 1 for 4, Brandon Marsh. 4 for 10 runners in scoring position. Looking at the pitchers, Aaron Nola struggled. 4 in the third inning, 6 hits allowed, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 2 homers allowed to Kyle Tucker on 81 pitches. He struggled, but then he settled in when we needed him to allow us to tie the game. But he struggled with his command of the off-speed. Aaron Nola will be set up for Game 5 back in Philadelphia. I'm sure he's going to have some type of chip on his shoulder. He's definitely not going to want to repeat this type of performance. Jose Alvarado, great stuff. 1 strikeout, 7 pitches. Zack Eflin did his job. 1 hit, 1 walk, 20 pitches, an inning in the third. Ranger Suarez gets 2 outs, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 11 pitches. Sir Anthony Dominguez, an inning and 2/3. Great stuff. A hit allowed, 3 strikeouts, 24 pitches. And David Robertson giving us all a heart attack. 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts on 25 pitches. Gets the job done and gets the save. Sir Anthony gets the win. And for Justin Verlander, that is another not win for him in the World Series. So another chance for him to record a win. He does not get one. He goes 5 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs allowed, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts on 90 pitches. He was looking nasty in the first 3 innings, and the Phillies got to him. The Phillies only needed to see him once. Second time around the order, different ball game. Different ball game. And that's exactly what happened. Now you can leave your voicemails at 215-839-9885. Leave your thoughts and opinions here if you want to get your voicemail here on the stream. And if you do that, definitely, I recommend leaving your name so I can save that contact for future use if you want to, call in again or text in again so I can have that name saved to say, oh, here's so-and-so with this and everything. So we do have a voicemail here, and also you can utilize the YouTube feed. It's basically your preference at this point. So I'm just giving you options. So we're going to go to the voicemail line right here. We got a call from Sean. Love when Sean calls, gives his thoughts on the Phillies. So let's see what his thoughts are on Game 1.
Amadeo, I was a kid in the late 80s, 1980, when the Phillies went on one of their magical runs. And I remember Harry Callis said during one of their improbable comebacks, this team just will not die. And that you can say for this team. This team just will not die. They had no business winning this game. I mean, it's just unbelievable how they did it. I mean, kudos to the bullpen. And Nick Castellanos, it followed him around tonight. I mean, he was in the middle of everything. From what I thought was going to be the downfall of the Phillies, the at-bat against Hector Neris, then he channeled his Atlanta Braves 2.0 diving catch defense and saved our ass. Houston has to be shell-shocked. So you know what? What the hell? Let's beat them again tomorrow, or should I say later today, and get out of there up 2-0.
Love it. I love it, Sean. Get out of there up 2-0. Zack Wheeler on the bump. Have a chance. Yeah. Give a lot of credit to the bullpen. They shut down the Astros. The bullpen did their job. They did their job bouncing back for Aaron Nola. They saw Aaron Nola struggled out there. We're like, no worries, man. We got your back. And the offense was the same thing to Aaron Nola. No worries, man. We got your back. This team has each other's back. When one person fails, the other person steps up for him. That's what this team is. They don't die. And that's, how does, this is Houston's first loss of the postseason, their first loss in over a month. We got to see how Houston responds to this. If you can find a way to go up 2-0 with Zack Wheeler on the mound tomorrow, you got something to talk about there, going back to Philly. But you did do your job of what we asked. Get one of these wins in Houston, and you did it on the first game. Now you have a great chance. You have a great chance to go up 2-0. Let's see what happens tomorrow. I really want to see what happens tomorrow in Houston. My God, what a way to win. What a way to win. My God. And here we go. The Astros have lost their for the first time in 25 days prior to tonight. Their most recent defeat was to the Phillies on October 3rd. Phillies don't die. This team is resilient. Ooh. Let's see. Astros own a 3-8 record at home in the World Series since 2017. That's something to think about there. Let me see. Kyle Schwarber loved what he saw from the Phillies at bats. Yeah, the Phillies put up some good at bats today. Bryson Stott especially, man. Bryson Stott puts up some really good at bats. Even though, from his stat line, he goes over 3, but he had 2 walks in this game. One of his at bats was a 10-pitch walk. Are you kidding me? Stott? In the World Series, this kid is 25. He's a rookie. And he's putting up 10-pitch at bats and working at a walk. This kid is something, man. This kid is something. Bryson Stott's something. I love what I see from the kid here. And Alec Boehm, too. Give credit to him. He got the one big hit in that fourth inning, make it a 5-3 game. Made some nice defensive plays out there. Kids, once again, dude, they care. They care doing their job. And then JT, your main guy, stepping up. JT, my God, was awesome today. After not being able to get the runner out at second base, he just goes the other way in the 10th after Nick Castellanos saves the game. My God. My God. And Hector Neris, I was like, in comes Hector Neris facing Nick Castellanos. I was honestly thinking to myself, okay, this is probably going to be a quick one out. First swing a pitch from Nick Castellanos. Now he actually worked the count, but he didn't take a pitch. Well, actually, he did. He took the first pitch for a ball. I think that was the only pitch he took. No, wait, it was a 2-2 count, wasn't it? Or something like that. Yeah, 2-2 count. Yeah. But still. He's going to get a lot more chances, though. Because, you're seeing Bryce Harper, when guys get on, he's getting pitched around because they don't want Harper to beat him. Castellanos is going to have a lot of chances here. He's got to come up clutch more times than not. He has to. He has to. And he made that play out in right field, a la the Atlanta Braves series, NLDS. Let's see if that brings him some confidence. Got to see it. So, if we're looking at tomorrow's game. Looking at tomorrow. That is not tomorrow. That I just randomly clicked on Game 6 for some reason. Come on, ESPN, work with me. Work with me. Zack Wheeler, Framber Valdez. Let's look at Framber Valdez. Overall, for the regular season, he is 17-6 with a 2.82 ERA. This postseason, if we're looking at everything, in his first starts in the ALDS against the Seattle Mariners, he went 5 2/3, 4 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Against the New York Yankees, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, allowed, I guess none of those were earned, and then 9 strikeouts against them in a 3-2 win. So he gives up 2 earned runs there. He could be hittable. He's definitely hittable. Even though he's a very underrated pitcher in this league, he's like the quality start god. Maybe it's something similar to, Justin Verlander. You see this guy first time through the order, then you see him that one time, then you go mode. I would like to see, get off to an early lead, though. That would be nice. Set the tone. Set the tone for Zack Wheeler. Get off to an early lead in that first inning. Zack Wheeler goes out there and does his thing. You're setting yourself up, Vice, for a possible Game 2 win. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Still got to get a Game 2 underway. Basically in under 24 hours at this point. Tomorrow night, same time as at this point, yesterday. Because it is technically Saturday now. My God. My God, I just can't fathom it at this point. My goodness. My goodness. What a win. What a way to win. My God. Like, are you serious, JT? Are you serious, Nick Castellanos? Like, are you, how? Like, how? I don't understand it. I just don't understand it at all. Amazing, man. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. What happened? I just want to see if there's anything more on Twitter right here. Gotta see. Nick Castellanos on Rob Thompson. I trust anything that man does. Rob Thompson was great at managing the bullpen today. Great. Fantastic. David Robertson. A little bit of, who knows? The Phillies won a game where their game 1 starter pitched an F game. Just go win the whole thing now, yeah. You won a game where Aaron Nola was not his sharpest. And go out there and try to win with Zack Wheeler tomorrow. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Hey, Nick Castellanos ripping his shirt after getting the win. Oh, man. Oh, man. Who is this? Yeah, all those Astros fans that were saying that we're going to sweep us. It's not the case right now. So, yeah. And then you see everything in Xfinity Live with all the fans. It's nice to see there, too. Incredible to see. We signed Castellanos for his defense. My God, man. My God. Yeah, Rob Thompson managed the hell out of Dusty Baker tonight. Rob Thompson played chess in this game. All those bullpen pieces, bringing out guys in certain situations, letting them go for a certain extent. Did his job today. Did his job, and it was a fantastic job today by Rob Thompson with the way he managed tonight. 1-0. Up 1-0 in the World Series. Wouldn't imagine it. Would not imagine it. Just can't. It's hard to, man. It's so hard, but this team doesn't die. This team just doesn't die. Even with a 5-0 deficit, they came back. Hell, they were also down 4-0 to the Padres in Game 4, and they won that game. So, felt that sneeze coming. Ugh. My God. Simply amazing. Simply amazing. Let's go for the YouTube feed here. See what you guys have to say. Phillies got to win another tomorrow. Well, they did the job we asked of them right now. At least split the first 2 games. But you do have a chance to go up 2-0 tomorrow. And that would be fantastic going back to Citizens Bank Park with a 2-0 series lead. See where it goes. Mr. died many times during that game. Oh, yes, I understand that, my friend. I understand that. We won one today because we played our best breaks of ball. Julian, how are you doing, man? I understand what just happened. Yeah, unreal. Rally tell, yeah. Robertson, you're killing me. I probably walked 5 miles pacing around my house during this game. Oh, yeah, I did that too, dude. I was downstairs with my dad watching the game in the living room, well, watching that final inning in the living room, and I was nonstop moving. I was like, oh, my God, what pitch is Robertson going to throw here? Is he going to go curveball outside? What's he going to do? Like, come on. When he goes the wild pitch, I'm like, ah. JT came up huge. Obi-Wan Fightins in 5. I'm not going to say anything. I don't do predictions here. 1 game at a time here. 1 game at a time, boys. But 1-0 is nice. 1-0 is nice to see. It was so intense, I did not even realize my neighbors were blasting my walls apart with their music. It was funny, too, because my window was open tonight, so I can hear people, like, around the corner or something like that. I'm not sure where there are. I can hear people, like, when something happened, they cheer, but this is, like, way after something happens when I'm watching on live TV, so, like, I can definitely tell those guys are, like, watching a stream or something like that, because JT goes deep here, and then, like, 10, 15 seconds later, I hear the screams outside. So, that's happening there. Thank you. Availability in the World Series isn't even a question. Yeah, exactly. Diaz was trying to cheat at the end, and then the douche swings at a 3-0 like he's Harper. Something I noticed with Nola is he threw barely any first pitch strikes, which is his key to being good. Guess he wasn't feeling it tonight. Nola was just off. His off-speed pitches were not there. The fastball was kind of there. The off-speed pitches were. It was like the complete opposite of what happened in San Diego. Fastball wasn't there in San Diego. The off-speed was. But this game, the off-speed just wasn't there. Hopefully for Game 5, he has a better chip on his shoulder back in Philly. So we got to wait and see. Castellanos saved the game. Chaos Supreme. Holy shit, exactly. Happy for Phillies fans. Verlander is now 0-7 in the World Series games, but he had a 5-0 lead. Jesus. JT is the first catcher with an extra inning home run since Fisk in 75. My God. Teams were 5-222 in World Series history, trailing by 5+ runs. Jeez. I can't hate Castellanos tonight because he did save the game, but also, Nick, what are you doing, my man? Verlander also has the highest ERA in World Series history with a 6.07. Thanks, Diaz, for leading on that pitch. If I were the umpire, I would have been calling that a strike instead of ball 3, or at least keep it at ball 2. I don't know why it's not an automatic strike. It should be, honestly. But at the end of the day, you still won the game. So, I still don't think... American Loyalists, what are you talking about? I still... What? We won that game by accident? Wait. How is coming back from 5-0 down? How is that winning by accident? How is that winning by accident? How? I never consider winning by accident coming back down from a 5-0 deficit. Like, are you considering Nick Castellanos? Like, no. Like, we won that game. We earned that win. The Astros deserve to lose that game for blowing the lead. 163-3 in games led by 5 runs. Is that the Astros, or is that just the team in World Series in general? Yeah, Phillies do not die. This is what happens when you doubt Philly. I'm gonna get a dog mask like 2017. I'm losing appreciation for Dusty as well as these scumbag Astros. I can't believe the Eagles lost. Astros played a bunch of trash teams to get here. Where's those cocky Houston fans, or even worse? Beat up, yeah. Oh, Jesus. Hector Nears, but we're taking those fans are boring. Astro fans are not. Where was it? Bryson Stott at? Where is it? I just saw something here. Bryson Stott has been huge working counts and getting timely hits. Defense has not been bad. Yeah, Bryson Stott's a stud, man. 10 pitch at bats in the World Series. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Bryson? I think we match up so well against the Astros. I honestly felt like there was more red than orange in the crowd. You could say that. Not liking Robertson too much. Second game, he allowed 2 base runners while pitching the post game on the line, but if he still pulled it off, yeah, he definitely did. It sucks because you had to use Alvarado and Seranthony so early in the game, but Robertson has experience. Just the fact that some points in certain situations he loses his command out of nowhere. He makes it look scary. I don't know why. But you still got the win. Maybe more times than not, you have Alvarado and Seranthony in that situation. But at this point, Rob Thompson has to play chess. He's got to bring his best guys out in the situations where he needs them. And that's exactly what he did today. So last manager to blow a 5-run lead in the World Series is none other than Dusty Baker, 2002 and 2022. Wow. Robertson is giving me Joe Blanton vibes. Houston hasn't played in Philly since the cheating scandal. This shit is over in Philly. I'm saying it. Calling it now, Julian. We play a special brand of baseball. Nats got theirs. Braves got theirs. Philly's turn. Bryce deserves it. Statement game, exactly. Exactly. We showed we're not going to die. Win all the 5 games of the NLCS after Game 5 in Philly. I knew it's their time, and now after tonight, my God. Like you said, Zack Wheeler tomorrow, 2-0. Yep. Nola's last 2 games not good. Wheeler is on another level than him. Tucker had everybody on all 10 toes. Glad the Phillies won that long game. I'm not even a baseball fan, but I watched the game at work. Very interesting. Now it's time for the Eagles football on Sunday. Let's go 6-0. Fightins, baby. I don't miss Brad Miller 3-homer game from Chicago. My God. My God, boys. Can't believe it. Just can't believe it. Don't understand. But we're up 1-0. We're up 1-0, and we have a great chance to go up 2-0 tomorrow. Jesus. My God. My God. My God. My God. My God. My God. Let's see what Rob has to say about Ranger, actually, in this.
Possibly. So what went into it was today's a side day, really, for Game 3. So we thought, okay, we've got that one pocket, Alvarez to Tucker, that's a pretty big pocket, and thought, well, we'll put him on that if that situation comes up. If not, that's fine. And it came up. Now, he went, he got one out, sat down, went back out. So that's a little more taxing. So we'll have to check with him tomorrow, see how he's doing, see if he's going to be available for Game 3. Possibly.
I forgot to turn my mic on. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Oh, my God. That definitely showcases that's 1:30 in the morning, and I'm kind of tired. But, like I said, when I was muted, thank you, everyone, for joining tonight's stream. I'm going to end it off here. It's almost 1:30. I want to go to bed, even though I'm not going to be able to sleep. So, do not forget to drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to check out everything in the description down below. Pay the lines, BrodesMedia. I recommend all that. Same thing with hitting that subscribe button. Greatly recommend it. Join the TTP Sports family. Also, use the code TTP Sports, $20 off your first purchase at SEATGEEK. Use it for anything you could think of. It's a great deal. Do not pass it up. Thank you, everyone, for joining tonight's stream. And I will see you next time. We're up 1-0, baby.